Yeah, I was just talking to Troy the other day actually, and talking about when some projects were released for sale in and around Brisbane, and I think the comment was sort of the still a bit nervous about releasing projects probably back in mid 2013. So, and here we are now, sort of just at the back end of mid 2016, and probably the talk around it slowing down has been going on for 6 months. So, I think the surprising thing has been how quickly that market has gone up and obviously and then gone down. They usually talk about like a 7-year cycle in property, and this one in the residential in particular seems like it's only gone for about 2.5 years. So obviously been quite surprising. The other thing that obviously has surprised is how quickly that the lenders have turned off their appetite for construction debt. Obviously they have an edict that comes down from above. There's obviously some regulatory things that go on in the background that we all don't know about, but certainly once the word goes that they want to start tightening up the lending, and a few of our clients that and what they found hard to believe and what we've found hard to believe is that some of the deals that the banks were setting in construction development about 2.5 years ago, they were probably like a little bit, they weren't stretched, but they were like a little bit too good. And I think what's hard to believe is that once you're actually used to getting that style of funding, you think that's going to last for a while. But you did your project, you came back 2 years later, and now all of a sudden, not only is that bank not actually getting even close to those terms of your previous deal, but we've actually got no money to lend to you. So I think that's been the surprising part for me is and I had a note on my slide, which I can't remember if I mentioned it, about that bipolar nature of banking that I think we're in now, where it is very important that anytime you do have something, don't just expect that you'll get a certain style of funding. You actually really need to look into it first, and don't be surprised if it looks like nothing like what you had last time.